Hello, everyone. For those of you just joining us and those who are watching the recording, Happy New Year. I was just saying how excited I am to see everybody. And if you're watching this with me, I would really encourage you to have a notepad or a pen and paper or something so that you guys can write down and play with us, right? I think, look, and let me just say, some years I have felt so called on the first that I'm just that determined and I'm like, fuck yeah, this year is mine. I can't wait to eat it alive. So if you're there, I'm so excited for you. Keep it going, keep it running. Sometimes, and this year, speaking transparently, it's just felt like a shit fight. So the thought of even having to gain that energy and gain that momentum just hasn't felt natural. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong way to do this. The new year is a man-made concept. Every day is a different day. But what I think is really exciting is energetically, it's a chance for us to draw a line in the sand and say, okay, what do I really want? Let's get clear on our vision. And I love this time of year because it's at the forefront of so many people's minds. And we can really get clear together on, well, what does the next 12 months look like? And what are we calling in? What does it feel like? What do I want no more of? Right? Tell me in the chat box right now, what do you want no more of? What are we leaving behind in 2025? What is going out the fucking door? Right? I love these. Can I read them out loud? Is anybody else on their laptop and can help be my co-assistant so that they can let people in? Oh my God. Kelly, you can?
I can, Kit.
Oh, Nisi, beautiful. Can hear that voice from anywhere. Where are you, my friend? Thank you, my darling. If you drop out, Kelly is too. Thank you, beautiful. All right, let me have a look. So let's read some of this out. Let's see if this correlates. Poverty, self-doubt, negativity, excuses, stress and anxiety, self-limiting beliefs, laziness, broke ass shit energy. I love that one. My tears, oh woman. Lack of consistency, procrastination, self-doubt and overthinking, toxic energy. Oh, I'm loving these. Excuses, self-belief, just shit. Amen, girlfriend. Procrastination, grief, procrastination, excuses, poverty mindset, excuses, budgeting to the last cent. Oh, girlfriend, I'm sure there's many people with you on that one. Now, I feel, truthfully, I did a post about it the other day, that 2025 has this most insane, calm, solid energy. Does anybody else feel that? And it's really difficult for me to say because life right now feels fucked. Like I've got so many balls up in the air and just it's not fantastic. But there's something that I can't dispute, that there's just this solidness. So I really love that this is what we're leaving behind because I think it's a really good chance. It is a 9-year beautiful. I love that somebody else picked up on that. But it is this just solidness of, I don't know, God's got us. Like there's just this great peace. And I'm really down for that. So what I wanted to get solid on is what we're saying no more to, because yes, it is a 9-year. Thank you for my beautiful astrology and numerology friends that get to play with me on that. So we're ending things. We're finishing off what doesn't serve us anymore. And I just think that let's just pay some service to the golden ticket that we have in our hand. The golden fucking ticket, right? The Juice Plus vehicle has created so much change for people for decades, and we got it. We're sitting on it. So the fact that we get to open up this year, close off all the shit doors, and open this amazing channel of abundance feels really bloody good. Does anybody else feel good? Can we get a 2 in the chat box if you are feeling good right now about opening up some damn abundance in 2025? Amazing, amazing. All right, so I am a massive believer, if you've ever done any work with me before, that if we don't have a vision, if we don't have intention, if we don't have a projection of what we want in life, we're never going to get close to it. I am a massive believer in the law of attraction, of The Secret, whichever way you want to put it, that where our attention goes, our energy flows, and that's where we create. Now, I just want to branch aside from a little bit. Humans, we are the ultimate creators. We build, we're kinesthetic. We are like, if you look at us as an actual animal, right? What we do is we create. We're so different to any of the other animals out here because our brains have evolved in different ways to create, right? When we're learning, we're consistently creating new neural pathways in our brain. Now, there's only two other animals that can do that, the dolphins and the monkeys. Pretty cool, right? And yet, when we look at society, are we conditioned to not create and not learn? Abso-fucking-lutely, right? We're conditioned to do the same thing over and over again. We're conditioned to get up on the rat wheel, work for the 9 to 5, chase the grind, get our wage, do all the dumb shit. And in fact, most of us feel guilty if we spend time learning something new or if we spend time just aimlessly creating because we want. My time right here with you is full permission to get creative. Not realistic. Fuck off, realistic. Fuck it right out the window. There's no realistic happening here. We're getting creative. We're playing. We're having fun, right? I want you to tell me, when we're in this playful, creative energy, what would you love to create for yourself over the next 5 years? 5 years. You got 5 years right now. Think of how old you'll be at the end of it. And know that by the time of that end of that 5 years, what do you want to have done in your life? Fuck realistic right out the gate. I can see some people's eyes already thinking, oh, but I can't. I've got that. I've got that. We're not being realistic. If you want to own your own home outright, if you want to own property on the other side of the world, if you want to do a round the world holiday, if you want to have 6 more kids, I don't care. Put it out there. What are we creating in the next 5 years? I love that. We must be just about the same age, babe. I love this. Beautiful. I'm not going to read these ones out because I feel like these ones are yours. Okay. And they're all going to be individual and different. There's no right or there's no wrong. But what I'm going to encourage you to do, if you're playing with me on a piece of paper, I want you to write 1 to 10, right? And I want you to write down 10 things that you want to have within the next 5 years. They've got to be 10. Don't just write 3. I really want to stretch your limit. Hello, Greg. I really want you to stretch your limit and I want you to think of 10. 10 things that you absolutely want to create in the next 5 years. I'm loving these. This is me. This is me right now. I'm feeling so called to literally sell everything that I own, get rid of all of the shit, and live on land, mortgage free, and move to Bali. That's it. That's the 2 things I'm feeling called to do. But I'm going to stretch that out and play with you because I think that it's important that we all do this together. And I'm going to write down 10 as well. What number are we up to? How are we going with this? Can you think of them? I'm struggling at 6. I need some more inspo. If you're just joining us, we're writing down 10 things that we really want to achieve within the next 5 years. No, 5 years. Yep. 5 years. All right. I feel like I've got my 10. Has anybody else got theirs? Yeah, it is, hey. But it's cool because it got me creative. All right, if you've got your 10, yeah, no. I feel like that's it. Hey, 5, 6, 7, easy. And then it's like, what do I really want for the end? I love that, Michelle. And I think this is really good. If you're stuck for the end ones, start thinking about your impact. Start thinking how you'd really like to impact people around you. Maybe would you like to create something? Would you like to make a difference? Would you like to volunteer your time more here? Would you like to start a charity? What would it be? What could be your 5-year plan if you've already got lots of things for you and your family? And then what I want you to do is I want you to circle the 3 that make you feel the most fulfilled. Anywhere from 1 to 10. But I want you to circle the 3 that right now you know in your soul are the most important things for you to be able to create. All right. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Mine were 1, 2, and 5. So it took me a little while to get to them. There were a few of the fluffy ones in between. I mean, still important, but not as... All right, now knowing that we know 5 years where we want to be, what I want to encourage you to do now, don't just write this down once and forget about it. Every time that you have mental space. So, you know, when you use your example that we're meant to create and we're meant to think new thoughts, we're meant to learn. 94% of humans think the same thoughts every day, right? So there's actually up to 90 to 97% of your thoughts today, if you're not aware of it, are going to be the same as yesterday. Now that's done on purpose, but that's wild, right? When you think about it, we have our same flavors of suffering, right? The same things that we worry about every day, the same routines. When we think about as humans, that we need to create new neural pathways to feel fulfilled and feel alive, yet 90 to 97% of our thoughts are exactly the same as yesterday. There's something broken. There's a reason why we're not a thriving society. It's because we're not building and creating new things, right? So when we spend our time and our awareness, when we're down, when we want to worry, when we're going to bed, when we're doing those things where we would normally just play the same transactional stresses over and over again, I want you to start thinking about these things we want to create, these 10 things, particularly your top 3. So for me, this is my perfect space when I'm lying in bed and I'm drifting off to sleep. It's a habit that I've gotten myself into, and it's definitely been a huge indicator of my success and what I've been manifesting, right? So when you go to bed every night, I want you to think about your 10 things, right? Living off the land, having a thriving business, what that looks like, feel it, enjoy those emotions as you're drifting off to sleep. Rather than stress and worry about all the things that you could be, we're not utilizing those neural pathways. We're creating the new ones. And we're also putting out there into the tethers our order to the universe, right? Of what we really, really want to create with our intentions and our purpose. Now let's reverse engineer this because this is a 2025 call, right? In 2025, what is the number one thing that you really want to change and focus on? You could even reverse engineer out of your top 3 things. What's something that you would really have to do this year to get you closer to some of those things you really feel called to do in the next 5 years? Can we find a middle ground? Could it be that this year, maybe you need to get your business to a certain level? Could it be that this year, maybe you need to move to a different location? Could it be maybe that this year you leave a relationship that is really toxic? Could it be this year? I don't know I have no idea. What is it? What could your goal be for this year that really feels good and that you want to focus on? I love that. Believe in myself. That's a huge one. That is an absolute huge one. And now let's tether that to something. Let's anchor that to something. For you to believe in yourself, what would need to happen? What would you need to achieve or tick off or call done to say, you know what, I really believed in myself this year and I got because of it? Because I feel like, and what I'm going to try and break down, I am like the least material person you will ever find. I don't like fancy things. I am pretty keen just to kind of be chilling, and I love energy. But material wise, it's my tether and it's my anchor. I think there's 2 different things. Energetically, I want to feel a certain way. But there's also my physical world, right? That helps me see how I'm projecting on the inside. So if we want to feel better in ourselves, that's absolutely an emotion that I want you to call in. But what could that physically look like? What could we materially manifest that shows us we created that emotion? Because you know what? Right now, I could say to you, believe in yourself, Teresa. You can believe in yourself tomorrow. Or you're going to believe in yourself when it's something that you feel confident about. Maybe you know you're a really great mother, so you believe in yourself in that lane. But when we talk about the business, that's when it feels shitty. So when we look at the emotion of wanting to believe in ourselves more, we need to tether it to a physical aspect of something that we know shows us growth. Does that make sense? So if we know that what we're doing in this next 12 months is an emotion rather than an energy, let's tether it to something that can be our goalpost, that can be our vision. I love that. Absolutely. Yeah. Beautiful. I love these. Sorry, I'm just having a read. Incredible. All right. So now I'm not a huge believer in the fact that this needs to happen, right? Because the business has a life of its own. Who else has been around here long enough to understand that this business has its own life force and you got nothing fucking to do with it? It will ebb, it will flow, it will push you, it will pull you, it will turn you inside out, because the factor here is growth. And when we think about how our brain expands and how we're designed to consistently grow as a human race, that's why this business is so addictive and why it is so life-changing, even finances aside, because it really does speak into our human need of growth. So let's know that tentatively, we want to create something epic. We look at all this limiting negativity, resetting our mindset, having more self-confidence, more belief, letting go of our excuses, all of the amazing things that I saw at the start. Let's tether that to a business goal, right? Now, I want this one. We're not in creative mode right now, because what happens when we're in creative mode and a business goal, we set something insane that feels so great and so exciting, but also terribly scary. And we give us this gap that we can beat ourselves up in. Because we didn't do it, we're shit. That's not what we're playing into this year. What is something this year that you want to tick off that you know you can tick off? Might take a little bit of stretching, it might take a little bit of reorganizing, it might take a little bit of kicking your own ass, but you know you can tick it off. What is something that you would really love to see happen? And now this is going to be different for everybody. Some of you guys, it's going to be, I can go from 1 to 3 club. Some of you guys, it's going to be, I'm going to nothing to NMD. I know I can do it. I know that's realistic for me. I know I've just been fucking around. Bali incentive trip. I love this. Massive one. Right? You guys know you can do that. Perfect. I love it. Pick something that you know, right? Yeah, I could really do that. I believe I could do that. It feels a little out of my comfort zone, but I believe I can do that. Love these. Love these. And again, don't get into comparison. What feels good for somebody else might not feel good for you. This is you. This is your time. This is your business. This is your growth. This is your vision. Right? Now, I want you to compare. Let's check if they're congruent. When you thought about your top 3 goals for 5 years, is what you just declared to me over 2025 going to help achieve those? Do they line up? Because that's the first thing. If they're not congruent, get rid of it and retry. Because you already told me where you want to be in 5 years with our ultimate creator hat on. Right? So what are we doing in 2025? What are we calling in? What are we claiming? What's ours? What do we know the fuck is coming our way? What are we focusing on? What's our, Linda's laser focused goggles. If you haven't watched that training, it's one of my all-time favorites. She actually has goggles on her head because she's like, no, I'm not looking at anything else. I'm right here just looking at my goals. If that's what we were doing over the next 12 months, is it getting you closer to your 5 years? Yeah. And if you feel like you've got it, there's another thing that we're adding into every down moment. Every down moment, we're thinking about how amazing it's going to feel when we hit NMD, when we hit SSC, when we get 3 club, when we do those things, because we know that we're moving in the right direction. Yeah. Now, who else has ever done this and then failed miserably? Me, right? You've had a goal and then you've got nowhere fucking close, right? Again, I want you to be mindful. And this is where we detach ourselves. We don't take it personally. We detach ourselves from, we can create what we want, right? We can have the power and we can step into that. But sometimes there's also a much bigger picture at play. And it's like this weird act of surrender that, okay, this is what I'm going to shoot for, but I'm also surrendering to the fact that something else might happen. And if it happens, I'm not a failure. I don't suck, right? But this, when I know what I can control, this is what I'm looking at. Does that make sense? I know it sounds like such a hypocritical thing to say of like, hey, we're going to focus on this, we're going to make it happen, but also we might not make it happen because the universe has plans. It seems annoying, right? But we can control what we want to control. We can show up how we want to show up, and we call the energy in every day. Make sense? We get that? All right. Now, knowing what you want to do in 2025, I want you to think of one word that is your anchor. When you get lost, when you wake up in the morning, when you feel curly, when you feel fired up, what is your one word that is going to be your anchor for this year? Right? Don't even need to tell you. You guys are all there. Right? I love this. Mine's peace. Mine's peace this year. Faith, resilience, determination, joy, intention, gratitude, growth, loving these, right? So this is your calling card. This is your affirmation. This is you reconnecting from all of the 90% of the shit thoughts that you felt yesterday and calling it back into what's grounded and what's going to drive you towards your 5-year goals. Make sense? Make it pretty. Put it everywhere. Put it on your phone cover. Put it on your fridge. Put it on the makeup mirror when you wake up and brush your teeth in the morning. Literally redirect your thoughts to keep yourself moving towards what you don't want. I use this analogy all the time, and I'm sorry for those of you who work with me, but I think it's so damn important. Imagine yourself a ship lost at sea, right? When you have coordinates, you know where to go. You know how to get yourself out of the shitstorm. If you're just sitting there waiting for the wind to somehow take you where you want to go, you're up shit creek with no paddle, right? You're just there like, oh, fuck, here we are again, feeling the same shit as last year. What a surprise, right? But when you know where you want to go, when you have your coordinates, when you have your 5-year goal broken down to a 1-year goal, you have a vision of where you want to go. And when that gets so big and so strong, that's when you have those massive bursts of wins. If shit feels hard, it's because your vision is not big enough. It's not pulling you towards where you want to go. Redirect it. Sit down and write it again. Spend more time with it, not just that little 2 minutes that I gave you, and really think about what your soul wants to do in the next 5 years. Not what everybody else wants you to do, but what your soul wants to do while it's here for the next 5 years. It's massive, I promise, guys. It's a massive, massive exercise. Okay, so now that we've got our word, right? This may be the exact same. So for me, it's peace. I've already connected to the emotion that I want to feel. But I want you to also connect it to some sort of feeling. So when we get into January next year, what feeling do you want to feel? Is it relief? Is it elevation? Is it joy? Is it pride? Right? Is it excitement? Is it purpose? Is it, I don't know, alignment, proud? I love these. Butterflies, my favorite. Perfect. All right, now we're going to do a Tony Robbins exercise. Feels shit, right? Because right now we're all excited. We've got the big vision. But I want you to close your eyes right now. Play with me. This isn't about anybody else. This is about you right now. And I want you to think of if 12 months goes by and you're in the exact same fucking spot. You've got the exact same money in your bank. You've got the exact same stresses. You've got the exact same pressure. You've got the exact same unhappiness. I want you to sit in that for a little bit. 12 months of wasted time has just gone by and you've got no fucking closer to where you want to be. Right? You can feel it lower. Now come back to me. And now this is like a stupid question, but which one feels better? Which one feels better? You getting where you want to, or you not getting where you want to? You making growth, or you being in the exact same fucking place? Right? It's a no-brainer. But for some weird bloody reason, you need permission to go forward and change. So this is it. Go forward and change. Right? Go and do the shit you need to do. Stop choosing to feel like crap because you're not playing full out. Right? Stop it. I don't know who in the universe is teaching us to do this shit, but this, in the Juice Plus world, you got given a golden ticket. It works. Right? I will tell you from the bottom of my heart, it works. You have to work. You have to meet it. You have to fix your shit. Right? You have to stay committed when you don't want to be committed. You have to stay determined when you don't want to stay determined. You have to believe in yourself when you don't want to believe in yourself. You have to cut out the excuses when it would be much easier to sit in the damn excuses. Right? Because if you don't, guess what feeling you're going to get in January 2026? The shit one. Now, it's very easy to do this, right? It's very easy to feel excited. Tomorrow is a brand new day. What do we wake up and we feel tomorrow? Do we feel elevated towards our 5-year goals, or do we sit and think, oh, fuck it? Because I'll tell you what, when you think, oh, fuck it, connect it back to that feeling of not getting anything that you wanted. And if that's not enough motivation, you need to plug more into trainings and really open up the vision here. Because I can promise you, none of you are here by accident. None of you. And, you know, one of my biggest frustrations is so many fuckers sign up and do nothing. And I'm like, God, the universe, creator, source, handed you the golden ticket. Handed it to you. With people here who love you, that hold your hand, that want to see you do it. And all it asked of you was to show the fuck up. Show up. When you feel exhausted, get up anyway. Right? When you want to give up, turn up anyway. Do the things you've got to do. You're not here by accident. I absolutely promise you that you're not here by accident. Right? And I want to say, for those of you who have been around for long enough and you've heard enough of these, it's your time. It is your time. It's your time for it to land, and it's your time to go all in. This year in 2025, if you watched my earlier live, we have 2 new products coming out. Mind-blowing. I've been here for 9 years and I've only ever got 1 new product. So the fact that we have 2 new products coming out within a 12-month window, and our IT systems are finally on fire, like, it's an exciting year, guys. The golden ticket is absolutely here. So let's get a little bit clearer on why we could wake up tomorrow and fuck ourselves over. What's your favorite flavor of messing yourself up? What's your favorite flavor? What is the thing that you do to self-sabotage? You know it. You know it. What's your favorite thing you do to self-sabotage? Do you get distracted? Do you pick something else shiny? Do you beat yourself up so much that you take yourself out of action? Do you get busy with family life because you know that'll make you feel distracted? Do you talk yourself out of your goals because you think you're not enough? I love it. You guys, yeah, ridicule yourself, right? You listen to the shitty thoughts. You overthink, waste time, doom scroll. I love that. Gym. One of my favorites too, right? What is it that you do to self-sabotage? Why is it important that we know this? Because we're not going to change in an instant, but if we can start to recognize our patterns creep in, if we can start to recognize that we're leading down the wrong path, this is where we say, no, the universe gave me the golden ticket. I am not drinking gin today. I am not on my doom scroll today. I am not jumping over here to start another business today. I am not over here thinking, my God, this is what needs to be done in the house today, when I know I should be doing something else. When I know that to get to my 12-month goal, to get to my 5-year goal, I need to be creating new content. Or I need to be having those follow-up conversations that I've been putting up. Or I need to gather some customer care bundles to send out to my customers, right? What do I need to do today? And that kind of realization, that kind of internal butt kicking, mate, that is worth millions. If you can polish that and master that, you'll be earning 6 figures before you know it, because it's that internal butt kick that keeps your business winning. And some days you're going to suck at it. Some days the gin is going to win. Some days the self-doubt is going to win, right? But the next day you get a new chance. And remember, the more you allow yourself to stay on that cycle of self-sabotage, the harder it is to pull yourself back out. I would commit. So this is it. So I'm coming down my list of here. What is one thing that you can commit to? Okay, every day, just one thing that you can commit to every day that you can do for your business. Just one thing, even if it's like, you know what, I'm going to spend half an hour every day just doing my business. Or every day I'm going to touch base with my group chat. Even if there's nothing happening in there, I'm going to touch base and tell them what I'm doing. Or every day I'm going to reach out to my upline. What is one thing that you can commit to every day? Maybe it's putting some personal development in your ears or picking up a book, right? Because growth creates growth. So the more that we grow, that's going to help our business as well. Amazing. I love that. And starting small, you might think it's starting small, but starting with you is massive. Cool. When we commit to it, don't mess with it. That's your commitment to yourself. The more times that we let ourselves down, the more times that we reaffirm the story that we're never going to make it. So pick something that you know you can do. Even if it is literally something so small, but you know that you can kick that off every day, choose that. Because the more you will reaffirm to yourself that you can create success, the more success is going to come to you. Yeah? I love this. All right, cool. So we've got what we committed to. Now, what's your reward? Now, for some of you, you're going to say, well, getting where I wanted to in 12 months is going to be my reward. But I want you to go one step bigger than that. When we get to SSC, NMD, 3 Club, QSSC, whatever it is that we picked in our 12-month window, what are we going to do for ourselves? Some people want to buy a handbag. Some people want to go on holidays. Some people want to get an Airbnb off grid and spend a weekend offline. What is it? What's going to be your reward to yourself when we kick off our 12-month goal? When you're there next January feeling fucking amazing because you did kick your own ass every day and not fall into the self-sabotage cycle, what are you going to do for yourself? I love that. I love it. Make it something really fun. Like, I love that, family trip. Right? Cruise. Mine's always Bali. Do a Bali. I love it. I love it. Love it. So that's all going to be individual to you. All right. Now to finish off, I want you to get really, really clear on steps you can do literally today. When we get off this call, what are you going to do today to reaffirm everything that we just learned? You've got your reward, you know your self-sabotage flavors, you know where you want to be in 12 months, you know where you want to be in 5 years. What can we do today that is literally going to move us forward in excitement to feel the peace, the joy, the pride, all of those things come January next year. I love this. Get an office. Get an office ready. Go to Kmart. Get the whiteboard, right? Yep. Pray, meditate, action. I love that. What's the action look like? Tell me. What is it? What is the action? Remember, the more specific you can be, the better. Do a live. I love that. Can't wait to see it, T. I'm going to be on there cheering you on. Right? I love it. I love it, love it. Now, hey, before I go and before I wrap it up, we have the most amazing tools at our disposal right now. When we look and we reverse engineer of everything that we want to achieve in our 12-month goal, we have 50% off the sign-up fee right now to join Juice Plus. 50% off, right? That's insane. It's never been this low. Never. Practically fucking free. Like, I don't know. I wish Celine had to talk to us about this because I probably would have said no, but it's here and we're doing it. So I want you to think about, what is your goal? We look at our big ass scary goal. We've got our 12-month action goal. While the fee is 50% off, how many new team would you like to have this month to move you closer to that end month goal, end year goal? Is it 5 new team? Is it 6 new team? Is it 10 new team? I'll tell you one of the best things I ever did. I gave myself a 10. I think I've still got it up here, actually. I do. Can you see up there? It's a bit light. But I literally put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because 1 month I wanted 10 new frontline. So I put them up there on my whiteboard. And every time I got a new team, I would put a love heart around it. Right? And that's what kept me visually on track. So do something like that. It's the most amazing month for it. Exactly. Then help them grow next month. Get them all on board this month. Help them grow next month. And then, of course, not only have we got the 50% off the franchise fee, but you've got the detox. It literally starts on the 13th. So it's like this double fucking whammy of everything you need to create these goals in your head right now. It's crazy. But some people are still asleep, right? Don't be the one still asleep. Shake yourself up. Get out there. Do the posts. Talk to the people. Go through your inbox, right? Instigate the conversations. Be the master asker. The golden ticket. Oh no, I cannot say it enough. It's the bloody golden ticket in the golden era. We should be so excited right now and really boosting as close as we can, utilizing these resources. I think why I laugh about, I probably would have said to Celine, stop it. Because sometimes I think things are so easy here that people forget the value. They forget that we literally have a business that can help you change the trajectory of your whole entire life. We have a health program that can help you change your whole entire life. Right, T? Golden example of it. What, 25 bloody kilograms this woman's lost? Probably even more now by using our health programs. Is that shit life-changing? And yet we're not sharing it enough. We're not talking about it enough. We're not getting out there. We're not having confidence. We're too busy with our own shit, making it about us. Get out of your damn way, guys, and get really clear on where you're going to be next year. Because I promise you, it's not going to happen if you're sitting there having a sleep. You're going to be feeling those shit feelings that we felt. And it's going to be sad for me because I'm going to be like, you were on the fucking call. Why didn't you listen to me? Why didn't you do what you were told? And I don't want to have it. We've still got 37 on here right now. So I want to see 37 100s in the chat box telling me we're committed. We get this. It lands. We're determined to be in that top end percent. Come January next year, we're moving towards that 5-year plan and we're utilizing these damn resources the second we get off this call. Yes? All right. I love you guys. Happy 2025. It's going to be a big fucking one.
Love you. Bye.
I love yous too. Bye.